Hello and welcome back. This is Nom Nom, and we are once again in oxygen not included. I'm going to remember once again to switch over to my quiet mouse, and we're going to fix some power problems. So I think we pretty much got it resolved. We're finally making enough enough oxygen to make enough hydrogen to make enough power to keep the whole system running. The problem was that my water system over here became dependent on my hydrogen production, and the water goes into the oxygen production, which produces the hydrogen. So we kind of had a vicious cycle going there for a little bit. I got a little bit of stuff to clean up here. I was trying something at the end of the last episode. I was going to make a rec room, but it turns out that the hot tub is a real finicky piece of equipment, and so I'm going to make a rec room, but I'm going to make it up here, and probably not with a hot tub. So a couple things I want to address real quick. I do have a backup of hydrogen here. And you can see now that I've got this backed up with hydrogen, this little bit of backup hydrogen, and I'm actually starting to get quite a bit of hydrogen in the line now, getting some surplus hydrogen out of my oxygen system. The thing is though, I don't feel like I have enough of a surplus over here, and since this room is 14, 13, 11, 10 degrees, I'm going to go ahead and use it. It's warmed up, so we're going to go ahead and put a gas reservoir in there. Now this gas reservoir is just going to be a fallback so that I always have a reserve of hydrogen. So if something interrupts my hydrogen production, hopefully it will not interrupt my power production. So we're just going to take this and say, we'll go here, we'll branch off of this, go in there, and come on out there, like so. And then we'll go ahead and break this right here. Yep. And then we can destroy that. There we go. It'll take a minute for them to get that back up and running. I want to snip that there. And actually, let's go back here. I did want to leave that pipe there, but I wanted to connect like that. And then we can destroy that one. So what this will be is primary overflow. So it'll prioritize to the white box, to the green box. So hydrogen will always flow over here unless it's backed up over here. Then only then will it flow through the pipe. That will give me a nice reserve of hydrogen for my power system. Well, of course, it's not going to flow in there until this stuff gets built, but they're slowly working on that. I also think I'm going to punch a hole in this wall right here. Since this room really has no reason to have access, I'm just going to make the access to this room come in from our service tunnels, and then I can close that off there. This also, I'm going to destroy that tile and put a door in right here. I'm going to prioritize this fairly high because they do go over there for some stuff. Oh, they can use the ladder. Okay. What are they doing down there? Oh, they're sweeping up aluminum ore. Alright, so yeah, let's priority 6 this thing. Get this built. Otherwise, I am going to have power problems. The other thing that I'm going to do is I am going to put another smart battery in. That smart battery is going to live right here, and it's going to live right next to a coal generator right here, which is going to have automation on it, going to there, and we might as well use heavy watt wire. We're going to connect that to there, and that to there. Why not just do that? Okay. So this is going to say, you know what, I'm going to do one more thing. Storage bin right there, and that's going to be for coal. What I'm going to put in here is an emergency backup. So this battery up here says if at 20% or lower, then run these generators. This one's going to say at 0%, run this coal generator. So if I run into a situation where I've somehow run completely out of power, this coal generator should kick in and start to provide a little bit of power, hopefully enough to keep the system running. That's the plan. Other thing is, I've got way too much heat going on in here. I really want to start to do something about that heat, and I think the first thing I'm going to do, well, all right, I have a couple of choices. I can run a loop up here to warm this up. That's idea number one. Idea number two is to cool the water down before I send it over here, because that's really what's causing all this heat. So if I chill this water before I send it over there, let's see, I talked about doing that over here, right, with a steam turbine. And now that I've actually got plastic, if I look under industrial ingredients, no, where is plastic? Manufacturing material, there. We got 1,500 kilograms of plastic. I should have enough to make a steam turbine, and indeed I do. And I could drop a steam turbine in here with an aqua tuner underneath it. Now the only problem is that uses a lot of power. The aqua tuner uses a lot of power. So I have to think about that. Utilities, aqua tuner uses 1.2 kilowatts of power. So it uses quite a bit of power. So for now, judging on that, the fact that I don't have a huge amount of free power right now, I think just radiating the heat into areas that I have that are already really cold is probably the way to go. So let's take a look. I could use plumbing. In fact, I have some plumbing here that I don't need. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. By the way, we're only at 30,000 kcals, so food has been an issue for a while now. I'm out of fertilizer again, so this thing's not running enough, which tells me this thing's not running enough. So let's get another 20 things of copper going. Nah, what the hell, 25. All right. I do need to get a more efficient method of smelting my metal because I lose half of it when I do that. So let's take a look at this. Choosing a blueprint here. Oh, I don't really need the oxalite, but I can't afford the dupe until I get the food situation settled a little bit better. Also, I noticed we haven't done a lot of research lately, and I just want to finish out some of these research trees. Well, I'm going to want that metal refinery, so let's do that. That looks good. Okay, so I could use gas pipe over here, or I could use... You know what I think I'm going to do? I'm just going to extend this gas loop. Ventilation. We're actually going to use insulated pipe. Come right up here. I'm going to continue insulated over to here. Then we're going to go non-insulated. Just a big loop like this. That's going to come back really cold, hopefully. So we'll just come down here. Alright, so when they're done with that, then I'll cut this middle section out here and we'll just have that hydrogen run that loop instead. The hydrogen is not going to be doing anything for a while. It's all going in here. Actually, it's not bad. We've got, how full is this thing? 82, half of it's full. I think it holds 150. So it's filling up fairly quickly. I'll take that. Yeah, I'm fine with that. It's just going to be a while before that hydrogen loop gets hydrogen in again. Actually, you know what? This thing's been sort of broken for a while. I'm going to just cut that out there. I may need these again at some point once I over hydrogenate. But I'm going to break that not liquid, nope. And put in a ventilation gas bridge right there, and this will become overflow. If this ever fills up, then and only then it'll go in here. Okay, so that goes in, out to in, out to in, and then I don't know why I had it going the way that it did, but then that can go to there. So what I'm going to add though is I'm going to add a gas valve. So I can just choose to turn it on or off at my discretion. There we go. They'll get to that when they get to that. No big rush. But this area over here, I was thinking, why not extend our farm? I'm going to leave that airflow tile. We can just box that off. We can break this door. Or break this wall, I guess. Once I wall this in, we'll see how big that makes this room. Might be too big for a farm, but we'll see. Gas-wise, a lot of CO2 going on in here, which is good. I don't know how I end up with so much chlorine down here. Consumable ore. I'm guessing I put some bleachstone in here. Let's not allow bleachstone in any of these storage containers. No bleachstone. Alright, but this one down here, which can hold slime, we'll let that one hold bleachstone. Alright, I doubt I have any bleachstone. Oh, I do. Not sure where's that. Oh, there it is, they just moved it. Yep, there we go. Alright, going back to gases. So adding these vent tiles up here, which I don't know how I overlooked that for so long. This is the highest pressure oxygen area that I have up here. And then it wasn't even able to get down here because this was all solid walls. This one vent tile here, these two vent tiles here had water on them, so they weren't allowing any of the oxygen to get down. But since I've punched those holes in there, it really helped balance out the oxygen situation over in our sleeping quarters. Okay. You know, we do have one more bed, but we have no food. God, I really want to bring in that another dupe, but I don't want to run out of food. Alright, we'll priority 6 that so we can see how big this room is going to be. Right now, right now it's huge. 748 tiles. Oh, did it fill up? It has filled up. Oh, that's great. See, now I'm back in the money with the hydrogen. Why didn't... Oh, they just now built that bridge. And we're going to set this valve to 0. Alright, coming back here. Oh, look at all that. Oh, I drained that hydrogen out of there. That would explain it. But that's good. We needed this to flow. They're almost done with this thing. I think they can get to all this. We're just going to add in some random airflow tile here. Alright. Throw in some pneumatic door. Yeah, we'll just do that. Now I mentioned I want to turn this area into a rec room, so I'm going to go ahead and tile this. Like so. You know, we're just going to do this for now. And dig this up. Let's build this first, please, go, guys. Focus. And these I'm gonna say nobody. Oh, I'll just lock them so I don't get confused later when nobody's going through them. This one should be one way, right? They can go in that way, but they have to come out this way, which forces them to go through the nature reserve. All right. About time. Thank you. That looks good. So we are gonna open the floodgates on this thing. We're gonna connect it there and there. And then we're going to snip it right there. And then we can destroy that. Okay, that is going to work. So this gas is coming through here, getting up to 29, 30 degrees. And then it's coming up here, where it should be losing all that heat. 23. 15, 13, yeah, good. And then on the temperature scale here, we should see these starting to warm up. All right, that is gonna help a lot, I think, with some of the excess heat that we had in our base. I'm actually going to, one more step here, we'll make this radiant, so it picks up more heat. And then up here, I'll make this radiant so it dumps more heat. All right, food shortage. Yes, I am well aware of the food shortage. That is not lost. That is not lost on me. Oh, you may notice that the slicksters are gone. I killed them. Yeah, I killed them. Slicksters were a real problem. I'm also, I think I need to do something here. I am going to, I don't really want to do this. I need to bleed more power off of this system. I think I'm going to snip, I can't. If I bleed more power off the system, it's going to be overpowered. Look at this. 2520 is the potential load out of 2000. This thing's 960. So if this runs, then it like burns out the power over here. And this is all just on conductive wire. So the problem is, it's just current load is 240. I need polluted water over here. What's the temperature here? I'm going to add one more mesh tile right here. It's plenty warm in here. I'm going to put a bottle emptier here. We're going low tech, but I won't have to run pipe all the way over here again. All right. You're running on the wheel, which is keeping me from running the generator. So I'm going to set the priority on this wheel down to like 4. I don't know how it got to 6. And then Ada, move out of there. Please let the generator run. Thank you, Frankie. And this thing can take polluted water priority 7 for now. I think this one's priority 6. Priority 7 also. So I have no idea which one they're going to use. All right. And over here, looks like we've gotten too warm. Yes, we sure have. All right. So I'm going to starve these dupes yet. They did finish this. It is 102 tiles. Maximum for a greenhouse is 96. So I need to get rid of, what, 6 tiles? That's not bad. I can get rid of 6 tiles. That's actually pretty easy, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them right there. Hmm. Five, 6. Why not? And then food, we can put farm tiles here, here, and here, as well as all the way there. Get rid of this. And printing pod went off. We'll take a look at what we've got here. We'll take the sandstone. Alright, they're busy sweeping. That's good. Alright, so this area is going to become a rec room. We'll get a door on it. I will go ahead and carry through some gas tile here. There we go. All right, now for it to be a rec room, it needs to have recreational items of some kind. Now the hot tub, I'm really confused by because it has a really low overheat temperature, but it has a minimum water temperature of 37.7. So I don't think it gets damaged if it's overheated, but they can't use it. It just says it's too hot. So you can make it out of a higher level metal material that has some thermal resistance so that the overheat temperature is higher, but I still don't think they can use it. It takes in hot water and bleach stone, and I do not have hardly any bleach stone, so I think I'm going to forego using the hot tub. So then that brings us to the sauna. Sauna needs to take in steam and takes out water, so not doing the sauna. Jukebox takes 960 watts of power, so it takes quite a bit of power draw. I might end up going that route. Let's see, what else can we do here? Stations, do we got anything? Let's take a look at research. I think there's like the surfboard and stuff like that that I haven't researched yet. Recreational stuff. Flow redirection. Mechanical surfboard. That actually consumes water. I don't really want to use that. Espresso machine. I think that uses a lot of power. I don't know. We'll go ahead and research that though, just for giggles. Juicer. Now we'll take a look at the juicer first. Okay, hey, this thing finally ran, which means this thing might run. Yeah, it's running. Okay. I think that wheel priority was breaking our system up here. So it's looking like we might do the jukebox. So if I take a look at this, it uses an awful lot of power, but if I put it here, I have this untapped power system here. I guess I could go up there. So we can just bridge that over and use the full capacity on that side. So, all right, let's see. Do I want to put a battery on the left side of this? Let me go ahead and put a couple tiles there, a couple tiles there. I think I am going to put just a jumbo battery right here and actually wire it up on that side, the left side of that system. And the same thing here. Would be a little trickier. this side does not have a battery. And I don't really have room for one, but because I don't have a battery, this guy's like running on this wheel forever. So they're wasting a lot of cycles doing stuff I don't want them to do. Where would I put a battery? I guess we'll put it where that old smart battery was, right here. Alright, so that should help with some of our power challenges. Now, in order for this to be a rec room, not only does it need an entertainment thing, it also needs some decor items. So we're going to go ahead and wallpaper it. And we'll put in a nice canvas landscape on either side. And let's see, what else can the dupes do in here that'll be fun for them? Not a lot, I don't know. I think that's going to be it for now. We could do a nice marble sculpture. Yeah. That'll be great. Alright. So we'll see what that does to decor also. Decor for the most part is kind of bad. Like kind of real bad. But where it really matters in this section of the base is not terrible. I could definitely do something over here with decor. Oh, how about I make it so that critter drop-off station actually works? Yeah, I stripped out these every other blocks that I had, blocking off the mealwood, because I was getting low pressure issues. So I wanted the CO2 around this whole bottom section to be able to spread out. Yeah, each one of these little pockets was too hard to manage, so just did this. Looks like we have 4 glossy Drecos now, though, which is going to be really good for plastic production. And actually, that's probably enough that I can tell this thing that I no longer want Drecos. So hopefully they will wrangle up my Drecos and drop them down here. Go ahead and make sure this thing is set to take Drecos. It is. Yep. All right, that looks good. This thing can take poke shells too, right? Yeah, good. All right. Oh, and I think off camera I got these Paku. That's when I was trying to figure out how hot dumps worked, and that did not work. All right, we hit temperature is too hot. I think I need to do something over here too. Gold amalgam at least, right? Yeah. This thing's copper ore. It's only 51 degrees right now. Wow, there's so much heat over here. Ooh, all right. Yeah, this puts out oxygen at 60 degrees, I think. So this is always going to be hot. All right, well, I think that's going to wrap it up. Let's see if we can just get this done. That would make me happy if we can just see this stuff get done. I would love to see them use the rec room. Not if they can't get there. All right, build that one tile. Yeah, these doors can open. And that one cannot, okay. Yeah, I would love to see them actually get this up and running. So that should fix a lot of our problems. Power-wise, I think we're gonna be good now. We've got this big backup of hydrogen. Oh yeah, look at that hydrogen loop. It's filling up fast. Amazing what happens when you don't accidentally break your oxygen production. That's great. Okay. Now let's take a look at the core up here. 78, 91, 102. Whoa. All right, but this should be a recreation room, which it is. Man, go Hassan. What's your art skill, man? Creativity 13. It's cruising. All right, I'm happy. Ah, that's it? One person came in and did a little dance to the jukebox. All right, batteries are charged up. They're on the left side of the transformers. Battery charged up here. So this is the only thing we haven't completed yet, and I'm not too worried about that. That's our emergency backup power. They'll finish that when they finish that. So it looks like everything is powered, and yeah, we're ready to start our next project. What that is, I will figure out for the next video. All right, guys, as usual, thank you so much for tuning in and watching the videos. Please smash the like button and subscribe if you've enjoyed what you're seeing. But until next time, this is Nom Nom, signing out.